Okay, so this last video is going to be on using Outlook. We're going to be doing two things, the first of which is developing a signature for ourselves to give our emails a little bit more of a professional look, and the second is creating a group-based email so that when we, say for example, want to send emails to a large group of people, perhaps you're contacting with a number of different colleagues, if you wanted to send emails to the different lab technicians around the state perhaps, what we can do is we can just create a list, have that one list so that you don't have to repeat all those emails and put it in time and time again, okay, which can be very time consuming and tedious. So we're in the business of saving as much time for ourselves as we possibly can so we can get on with doing more important things. So let's see how we go. So one of the first things we can do with Outlook is to develop our signature. Okay, so I assume that most people should be reasonably familiar with Outlook. Now, creating your signature is pretty easy. You go to File. Once you click on File, the one thing that you want to do is you go down to where it says Options. Okay, now some options will pop up here. Okay, and there's a bevy of options, so that's quite easy to get lost in. However, the one that we want is in Mail. And as soon as you click on Mail, there's actually a ton of different things here, okay? But you'll notice that Signatures is one of the first things that we have. So we click on Signatures, and you can choose you can have multiple signatures if you want, but I have just created one. I've called it School, so it's pretty easy to actually develop one. If you just click on New, you can put a name in. I'll just call this one Test. And then I can just simply start typing it in down there. Now, what will happen is when you are, once you've created your signature, you can then choose what signature you want to pop on new messages or even replies and forwards and things like that. So at the moment, the way that I've got it configured is that every time I open a new message, I apply my school signature, and I don't have any signature coming on replies and forwards. I could change that quite easily by just clicking on School, okay, and then that would mean that for everything I reply to, my signature will be included on that as well. Okay, so it's pretty simple, easy to do, and something which provides you a little bit more, I suppose, credibility with your emails. So now that we've done that, we're also looking to how to develop some email groups. So let's do that. Okay, so when we're trying to send an email to a large group of people, it's quite useful to actually have a contact group. Now, in order for you to do that, it's a little bit, there's a few ways of getting there, but this is the way which I generally find the easiest, and that is to, when you're here at the, on the main page of Microsoft Outlook, what you can do is you can go across to where it says Address Book. Okay, now Address Book, when it pops up, has a huge amount of addresses that you can use. But what we're going to do is we're going to go up to here, okay, and we're going to create a new contact group. Okay, so contact groups are reasonably easy to develop. So what you need to do is you click on File and you go New Entry, and what we want to do is we want to make a new contact group. When we click OK, it comes up with the option for you to put in some members and emails. So what we can do is if we go, if you go to Add Members, what you can do is you can add it from your existing Outlook contacts, from your address book, or you can make a new email contact. So let's try adding some from each of those different areas. So the first thing that you could do is you could click there and click on From Outlook Contacts, and it will bring up all the different contacts that you've got saved on Outlook. The next thing is from the address book. So if you click on that, what you can then do is search for people to put in emails. So if I search for myself, perhaps, here I am here. I'll go OK, and I can continue to add members. Once I've done, I can save that and close. It helps me to provide it with a name.